Hello, everybody. Welcome again to another episode. And there's a continuation from the previous episode where we looked at the list setting and dictionary comprehension. Today, we expand it a bit by including conditioning. All right. So the lines we have in are what we ended with in the last episode. That's using the dictionary description. The dictionary comprehension. Okay. So let's move this one down. We'll come back to it. All right. So for a list comprehension, all we are doing is to just open our square brackets, and then we have the syntax. So let's say our expression, maybe I want to produce 2 times of x, right, for the member, that's x, in the iterable, so a range of 13, that's from 0 to 12. So if I run this, I should have all those elements from 0 to 12, but then because the action is twice of that, so it's 2 times of that. Okay, let's use just x so we understand it properly. Okay, so it's just 0 to 12. And if I want to add a single condition, all I do is to place it after the for loop. That's the for syntax. So I can then include here maybe if the x itself is divisible by 2. All I'm trying to say is that if we find the modulus of x and then it gives us a value of 0, then it means it should only echo those ones. So in the end, all the even ones would show, the odd ones will be off. So we run this section and we have just 0 to just the even ones, okay? But then if I want to have an extended if construct, that's like an if and then the else, then it means I'll then have to precede the for with the if. So this is what I'm having. But then I produce the action for the first condition. So this x should be produced if x is divisible by 2, else something else. So let's say else, just print out odd. Okay. So let's add x, comma, add the text odd to it. And then the main action for the first should be maybe x and then even. All right. So if I run this, we should see the x with their respective strings by them. So we have 0, even, 1, odd, 2, even, 3, odd. It's just describing the even and the odds, all right? And that's how simply you make use of the conditions together with the list comprehension. So if it's a single condition, you can just place it at the end. But it's one that has multiple, that's if, else, or if, else, if, and the rest. Then it means you would have to precede it. You precede the for loop with the condition. It's the same. Now let's try that on the where we ended last lecture. That's the dictionary comprehension. So I want to produce the same string of x times string of I, where x is the input we put in, and then we multiply by a range of numbers. So it's just creating like a similar timetable. And in this case, what we want to produce is not just the timetable, but probably want to do that for only, the even ends. So what we can do is to include at the end over here, say if x mod 2 equals to 0. So now in this case, if we run this out and it says enter a multiplier, let's say 5, it would only, all right, I think, oh, we did something wrong. Let's see. Let me comment out this. Okay, yeah, sure. That wouldn't produce anything because I was rather comparing the multiplier instead of the range, the I, so it should be rather the I. That's because I entered an x of 5. So if I want that to work, then that wasn't the right structure. I should rather compare the I, which is the one that's the iterator. Okay, so now if I run this and enter the same multiplier of 5, you see it produces just 5 times 2, 5 times 4, 20. It skips all the odds. But then if I want to produce something else, say maybe after let's say in place of this, let's try, let's hope if this, let's see if this works. Okay, so it works. So then it means we can use the multiple constructs in that place. So it means we take the conditioning from behind and place it before the for loop. And we are saying that multiply and then tell us the result is even, okay, if the I mod 2 is 0, else then we are going to still repeat this part. Bear in mind, we don't repeat the descriptor in because that's saved. So we're going to just repeat this part. That's else still find the product and then just place by it odd. All right. And that should work. Okay, so let's input our 5. Okay. Yeah, 5 times 1, 5 odd, 5 times 2, 10 even, and so on and so forth. However, this would, maybe the way we would want it to work, it might not work the same for every other variable. Let's see. We have 3 times 1, 3 odd, 3 times 2, 6 even. Okay, let's try with a 2 and see maybe if we'll get exactly the same thing. Yeah, now we're having 2 times 1, 2 odd, 2 times 2, 4 even. Bear in mind, the odd and the even was just run on the the iterator. So if I want it to be on the product, then all I'm going to do is to rather compare the product to the modulus of 2. So say if x times I is divisible by 2, then it should be printed as an even, else it's odd. So now this will work for every other parameter that I would use. So say if I key in 5, it finds the product of the 5 and then the iterator, and then it will tell us whether it's odd, even, together with its product. If I try same with say even 2, it produces all even because all the products are even, all right? So you can just work around this and then develop simple packages that will be very useful for your children to learn with and help make their learning quite seamless. I believe you had a wonderful time in today's session. If you have a question, just ask in the comments section and then the team would respond to it. If you are new here, don't forget to subscribe, like, and then turn on post notification and get notified whenever we put up any new updates. Do have an amazing day. And like we always say, it's always bigger at the top and we can all make it there. So push, let's push and get there. Have an amazing day and see you in the next video. Bye-bye.